A very good afternoon to you. Like I promised, by the way, I'm not alone in studio today. I'm joined by this amazing guy. And wacha introduce, by the way. Sitaki kusema majina yake, niseme vibaya ama ni I just say something really weird. But karibu sana Shira.
Asante sana.
It's good to see you.
Good to see you too. It's a pleasure being here. First time to be in this show, but not the first time kwa huku.
Kwa Pal Radio.
Huku
ni home, by the way. Karibu sana.
I appreciate sana. Yes.
How you doing?
I'm good. Kupambana na hii sola, unajua wewe hujatoka nje.
Si nimetoka nje. Kwa unafikiria nili drop kwa nyumba and then ka drop hapa. Yeah, but I was actually here very early in the morning. So yeah.
Sola inawaka huko nje. Sana. But then again, we thank the Lord.
Have you been kimziki? Maisha inakupeleka vipi? Are you complaining about the economy? Ama wewe ni mtu wa soft life, so you don't even relate with what is happening in the country, you know?
Hata watu wa soft life wana complain.
Kuna watu, by the way, they're not complaining because
really?
if you say that you don't have money, by the way, just speak for yourself.
Oh, sorry. Unafaa unionyeshe hao watu ni watembele tujuane.
But kwa vipi?
Niko poa. Yeah, new music coming. Tuko kazi.
Ati new music coming now. You have a new album that has so many songs. Hey, watch a joke.
Atulali. Tunapambana.
For that person who is listening to us right now, you know me, I'm talking to you like someone that I know you. So for that person, because of that person who is listening to us right now, and they're like, by the way, Ushirani nani? Wanapiga tu story hapa in studio na Cynthia kama mejuana for the longest time. So introduce yourself, tell us who you are, the kind of music that you do. We start from there.
Okay. I go by the name Shira.
Shira ni jina zako za ukwela ama ama ni Washira. Okay.
I'm So Real. I'm grateful to be here. That's one. I'm a gospel artist. Hip hop to be particular. But then again, once in a while tuna experiment na other things. You know, other sounds. But we do it all to, you know, minister, to share whatever we have as a gift. For his glory, yeah.
Amen. And maybe someone is asking, kwa nini uli choose to hip hop and not like worship? Like utupigie tu worship song fiti sana and you just decided to like do hip hop?
Ani juu siwezi imba hivyo. Hakuna haja
to force. But if you have the vocals of singing, like you can do hip hop. By the worship. What's worship, you know?
Ati sasa tupambane sijui na kina Eunice Njeri hapana. Wacha wafanye hiyo yao. But anyway, I think this is what I can do.
Hip hop.
Ningekuwa naweza imba ningeimba vibaya sana. But for now, this is what I can do.
What inspired you to be like do just hip hop and not any other type of music, you know?
I think
is it because you're a lover of hip hop, ama ni culture plus umelelewa or something that happened in your life? You're like, yo, we want to do this, you know?
I think I'm a product. Clearly, I'm a product of my environment. So, like the people that were around me, you know, the influences that were around me, hizo ndizo vitu zilinileta into like even trying out to write music. Yes.
Okay. In studio, we are hanging out with Shira So Real today, and I'm super excited. I was actually telling him that I love this job and I relate so much on it. And alikuwa ananiambia pa story behind the mic that what happened, by the way, when you recorded this song with Tonjiwe.
This was my first song.
Wow.
Yeah. This was my first song. Nilikuwa nimetembelea producer and aka happen kuwa natengeneza hii beat. Okay. So yeah, mimi nilikuwa tu nimeboeka hapo nyuma na ham na come up to na hizo words. Akani challenge ninge kwa booth ni record whatever I'm saying. So yeah.
How was the experience?
Well, it was new, different. Plus I didn't know like vile it turn out.
Do you feel like maybe you didn't do your best, or when you're listening to the jam you felt like I wish ningeka hii lyric hapa nitoi hapa nieke huku, you know? Well, that kind of experience.
I think nili respect that time. Hiyo ndio kitu nilikuwa najua. So I think changing it would have made it to be a different thing. So we appreciate tu vile iko with its flaws. Na you know, I think also the thing was I had had a lot of influence and help kutoka kwa Stonjiwe. You know, with even like handling the industry, handling performances, handling yani the notions that you have like as an artist about music. So hiyo ilinisaidia sana.
And we were actually talking about something really important, and in every path, like in your career or where we are right now, it's always very important for you like to have someone that holds your hand. And akwambia, by the way, this is actually the right thing. And akwambia, by the way, Shira, ukitaka kuingia kwa hii music, ukitaka kupenya, this is what you're supposed to be doing. These are the people that you should be reaching out, the kind of music that you should be doing. Do you have someone, or you had someone that did that for you?
So okay, for me personally, I'm eternally grateful to my producer and Stonjiwe, because I think singekuwa hapa.
Ulikuwa unafikiria wewe ni superstar?
No, like I never thought like I'd be a musician.
Initially you wanted to be her?
I'm a software developer.
That's what you do apart from music.
So like music wasn't anywhere
part
close,
of you or something that you really picture that you'll be doing in life later.
And maybe this goes out to anyone mwenye anaimbaga kwa bafu. Your dreams are still valid, you know. Because this far I wouldn't be here.
So how do you balance between being a software developer and now we have music, and there's more demand for music, by the way? How do you handle that?
Una create two schedules. When you, so like I know there's a specific day and specific time frame yenye lazima niende studio. That's the only way you can manage. Then everything like the 8 to 5 the job thing now inakuja kwa hii side ingine. Yes,
if you love something, create time for it.
Oh yes, absolutely. And I think also I think after nili discover kumbe naeza imba, it's also like a form of therapy. It gets you away from, you know, your normal routines, you know. This is more than a hobby for me currently, the music thing, because ile time tuseme software imekulemea ama you're getting pressure from work nini, you always know like kwa schedule yako kuna siku fulani yenye unaweza release, you know, come up with something different away from what you usually do. So it's that for me.
It's therapeutical for you.
Yes,
music,
yes,
you know, it's very therapeutical for you.
Plus pia na contribute kwa the ministry.
That's very important, by the way, for the growth of ministry. It's really important. I'm talking about growth in ministry. I know that you are a young person, really grounded in Christ and everything. But at some point in life, have you ever felt like you're not enough, or there's that pressure of being successful? You know, the way right now, this microwave generation, people want to be successful. Have you ever been in that space and you're like, God, by the way, maybe I'm serving you, I'm even singing, you know, I need to be blessed as well. Have you ever been in that state?
Absolutely.
And how did you deal with that? And maybe, you know, many people are listening to us right now, they are in that space. What is actually your message and your experience on that?
I think it gets even tougher when, you know, your friends, people around you, kidogo ameanza kuomoka,
bas
kidogo sijui alienda wapi, sijui wanafanya nini, you know. And then you look at your life and you're like, hey, what am I doing wrong? It's and ilinikumbusha ile verse ya, you know, that at the end of the day, what counts, it's not who you are, it's the Christ in you. Because satisfaction yako doesn't come from, if it comes from worldly things, then you dictate a lot in your life, you know. But if you're looking at our God who owns, you know, 1,000 cattle in the hill, according to Psalms, like, una understand that all this wealth is not your doing. Ukiangalia watu wenye wameangukia, yani ile tu bahati tu, you know, ama like things just aligned. It's not because like anything happened, anything they did. Well, yeah, kuna watu wenye wana put in hard work,
the effort,
and get and they get paid, they get successful. But then there are also other instances where like it's God allowing someone to get a certain position. You know, a lot of factors like come into play. But for me, ile kitu, I think in such instances, the there's this one time yenye ilikuwa really bad. I think, you know, like juu ya corona, biashara iko poa nini, but then like there were people who were getting jobs especially out of the country na wanaifanyia huko wakiwa home, you know. So yeah, I had to go back to my knees. Ilikuwa inabidi because at the end of the day our sustenance is not coming from our efforts. Like our sustenance is coming from God.
Yeah.
You know, we are here today, and the fact that bado unapumua gives you another opportunity to try again, to you know, focus on God, to ask him to bless you, and to ask for purpose yake in your life. So now with that purpose, like unaweza, you know, get satisfaction, you know, because if you don't have a purpose also, that also deviates attention yako from, you know, what's really meaningful in life, you know. So for me, ile kitu really inside sana, I was going back to my knees and also just asking God, so what's your purpose? What do you want me to do in this lifetime? And si ati ajui si ati ajui unapitia, you know, na si ati amekuacha, you know, but there's a time for everything, you know. And if it's not your season, then tunarudi tu kwa magoti tukingoja season, you know?
And we do what waiters do.
Yes.
Yeah, we're just waiting.
Yeah, we have to yani. But I also understand like that's not a very good place to be in at times, especially when it's too much, when the pressure is too much. But ile kitu, for anyone out there that probably is going through a hard time, ile kitu tu naweza kuambia ni many people won't understand what you're going through,
for sure,
but God will, you know. So if you can go back to, you know, praying more, dedicating your time to, you know, understanding, reading the word, itakuwa of much help in getting through such situations.
I love that.
Mungu yuko.
Mungu yupo.
Yes.
We are hanging out today with Shira So Real. If you got any questions for him, make sure that you text us on 0702969 969, 0702969 969. And before we go for a very short break, I had something in mind that, you know, the Kenyan gospel music has really changed, and we can agree to that.
Yes.
Between 2016 to like 2022, so many things, by the way, may happen, and the kind of music that was being released back then is not really the kind of music that is being released right now. What would you say has been that thing in Yemichangia Sana that, you know, the sound, you know, it sounds really different? That is why maybe, I'm just saying maybe, people are consuming, you know, Nigerian music, they are consuming Tanzanian gospel music right now. What has really changed, by the way?
I think
putting you on spot.
So I think the first thing, the platforms pia zimechange, you know. If you look at from 2016 to date, kituka TikTok imeshika, you know, this last part of that time frame. So internet pia ime blow up, you know, at that time. So I think consumption of music may change. That is one. And two, I think the audience has also changed in terms of what they really want. You know, I think tumefika point yenye watu wana consume ile kitu wanataka, si ile kitu wanasukumiwa. So you can do a lot of marketing nini, but at the end of the day, someone will consume whatever they like, you know. So I think Yondo may change, and I think also the players are becoming different in terms of, you know, kitambo we had akina Rafton, akina Daddy Owen, nini, then sasa, you know, we are coming to a new age where like kuna a new
breed of musicians and everything. And we have to embrace them. Tupende tusipende.
Au ndio wako.
Okay.
So but I think also now I think ile kitu imebadilika sana is the consumption. Yes.
Consumption, and also the audience themselves.
Yes.
Okay. It's a brand new song from Shira So Real from his latest EP naitwa Badai. So the EP has 6 songs, right?
Yes.
And this is just one of the songs right there. So what was the inspirational behind coming up with an EP? Na uliandikaje hizi songs ama zilikuwa songs? Unajua kuna mtu anasemanga bebe kwa hii EP yangu kuna song ya 2015. Yeah. So how was the experience? How did you come up with the 6 songs and writing now?
Yeah. So Badai, I think tulikuwa na time frame ya like 6 to 8 months coming up with the whole EP. The reason inaitwa Badai ni juu focus yetu ni in heaven, man. Ile yani we're focusing on not now, we're focusing on the future. We're focusing on our future, we are hopefully, and we are praying, and we are hoping that we get a chance to go to heaven, and basis ama theme ya hiyo EP ilikuwa hiyo Badai. Well, it was an interesting
experience.
I've never done like EP ama an album, so this is my first. Ilikuwa interesting, challenging also, because also you still have to stick to the theme nini. Concept yetu ilikuwa like we were trying to work on an EP, an album. Then we thought, no, we want to work on an EP first before we actually work on an album, and also try see what best we can do in terms of, let's say for example, coming up with platforms zenye tunaweza tumia sasa later for an album, because we didn't release it immediately. Tulikaa nayo tukitry kustudy kuona how best we can do this.
Do you think that Kenyans, by the way, wanna buy music?
Najua wananunua.
They do.
I think tu ni the marketing part. Pia by the way wezi blame Kenyans for not buying music. I think as artists tuna kazi ya kufanya in terms of like making sure that the product is good, so good that unataka kuibuy ama unataka kusupport.
Wow.
So hatuwezi ekelea blame 100% on the audience ama Kenyans. Tuseme both sides of a coin lazima tuangalie.
And you talked about having an EP, and one thing that I'm noticing is you're not talking about the challenges that comes up with coming up with an EP. By the way, Shira, uko that rich that you don't even have finances challenges or something? I actually thought, coming up with the audio, a nice audio is very expensive, and planning for a video, it's really, really expensive. By the way, guys, and I'm thinking like, hey, si uko na pesa.
I'm signed under Real Time Music. So mimi the same label lenye Stonji wamekuwa. Tunagoche pia, who we've worked with also, and ndio maana siko na hiyo challenge
cool, like financial videos parts, the audio part of it.
So that gets covered by now the label itself. So I'm humbled that I'm part of.
We are sorry. Are you planning on going solo, later? You're just okay being there, being managed, unaambia Shira, come through for shoots, kafiti, piga luku. Hata in fact, by the way, hizo luku ni nyiwa mnabaiwa, right?
Yeah.
Hey,
lakini si zote. Hapana. But I think that when the team is right, inakuwa easier to work with them.
Yeah.
So like I think almost all my songs nimefanya na Mike wa Real Time. Like Mike wa Real Time Music, who's our producer. And I think we have a very good working relationship that, you know, I entrust. There are a lot of things. He's the kind of person that ataniambia you verse iko chini, ama no, I think you need to try something different, you know. And I think at times as artists tuna need mtu mwenye like someone you can bounce ideas off, you know. Usifikiria ati idea yako tu ndio, you know, una need kuwa mahali yenye unaweza ambiwa hapana, hiyo kitu haiwork ama hiyo kitu ina work, you know. So I think that for me has been really good in terms of, you know, having someone that can, you know, have your back in terms of this whole journey. Yes.
Wow, it's really, really important.
It is.
And it actually takes me back to a conversation that we had some time back not last week, but the other week. And it was an issue of, you know, event organizers, event planners right here in the 254 of not giving our artists a platform. You know, they prefer getting artists from, you know, Nigeria, South Africa, coming here to Kenya and paying them so well. But when it comes to our own, like, you know, gospel artists, you know, secular artists, you know, these things are not happening, and everyone was just blaming each other. Like kila mtu alikuwa tu ana blame everyone. It's event organizers, ni Kenyan artists ndio hawana content, you know, everyone was just blaming everyone. What is actually your opinion about that? Because I know that Kenya, first things first, we have good content, we have great artists here. What is actually the problem in your own opinion? Hakuna mtu atakujudge.
Uko sure?
Ni mimi tu, and I'm sorry.
So here's the thing. Imagine at the end of the day, audience ndio ina matter. It's the audience. Like if for example you said that you're going to bring a Nigerian to perform in Kenya, alafu wa Kenya wakatae, like hakuna vile organizer ataleta another Nigerian artist, you know. I think tu wanaangalia what's working na wanakimbia nayo. As in from a business perspective, that's really understandable, you know. But the casualty sasa ni sisi wasanii wa Kenya, you know. So cause then we're not getting the opportunities that the Nigerians or any other artist is getting, you know. But at the end of the day, I believe yani shida yenye tuko nayo sio event organizer, sio muziki yenyewe. Na I think tu ni audience. Kama audience inataka kusikiza wa Nigeria, there's nothing much we can do on this side. Two, remember, like right now we can't control ati ile kitu mtu anasikiza, because you're going to go to the internet and get whatever is working there. So tuseme tu yani tunaomba Mungu wa Kenya watatukumbuka sisi kama wasanii wa Kenya.
Wa Kenya watakumbuka kama wasanii na wa support.
Na watu support. But in the meantime we can't just blame, you know,
blame each other. It's what the audience wants.
I think we need to figure out a way of how to grab their attention back again. But
you know, Kenyans are actually trying that on cloud chasing. You know, they're grabbing our attention through cloud. You know, promoting music through cloud chasing and everything, and it's kind of working somehow. You know, somehow, no.
Yeah, it's working, but then how sustainable is it?
Exactly.
And two, tunacha image inakaaje tu,
especially for the gospel ministers. It's really putting us on a very delicate space that, you know, we're using cloud. You should not be using cloud if you're, you know, you're singing something genuine. You're singing about God. You're glorifying God. You're not glorifying humans, right?
So plus also I think from a Kenyan standpoint, I think hatuna as many investors as the Nigerians, the Tanzanians. So not many people are willing to invest in Kenyan music, you know, or Kenyan artists. I say wako nje, like they're getting support, you know, they're getting investors who believe in whatever product they have.
Where do you think wanapata investors na sisi atupati na tuko talented?
Same thing. Tunarudi back to the audience.
Audience.
Yeah. Because I believe there are people like who would, invest in like, let's say like 5 artists in Kenya, and then give them the best in terms of production, best in terms of, whatever management, anything that they need to make sure that they have a good product. But now the challenge is, hata msanii mwenye sahi tuseme ako mahali ana ngoma. I have a couple of friends who I know, like wanaweza taka, they're really good. They're really good. But ukifanywa hesabu yote ya like how much you need to invest ili get your video out, as an upcoming artist, I think hiyo challenge inakuwa kubwa kidogo, so there's the advantage of TikTok na all the social media platforms, but then again, for you to make money ama to make something of what you love, inakuwa a challenge from this side, because it needs more than just placing something on TikTok.
Okay. As we wrap up our conversation today, because we only have like 9 minutes, I have a very random question. And before that random question, just think about what God is actually teaching you on this season. You're going to share that with us. But I have 2 random questions. And one question is, right now we have like an event. We have 2 events this Saturday.
Yeah.
And we have event ya Maverick City na Hillsong United. Na mimi nataka kukupea ticket moja, like Shira So Real. Wewe unaenda wapi? Where are you going?
Maverick.
Unaenda Maverick. Okay, given an opportunity again,
yes.
You have to record 2 songs. And not 2 songs, just a song. And we have 2 amazing ministers of God, women. And we have Masi Masika.
Yeah.
Na tuko na Eunice Njeri. Unaenda studio na nani? By the way, imagine ini opportunity. Hapana, hakuna collab hapa, ni moja peke yake. Like Shira, unafanya collab na nani? Eunice Njeri. Aya, tumemaliza hiyo story. So before we play your new song, inaitwa I from also your new album, Badai. Tell us something that God is actually teaching you in this season. I know that there's something that God is always teaching us from the seasons or the experiences that we go through on a daily basis, especially if you are a Christian. Yeah, there's something that God is always teaching you or reminding you every single day. For you, Shira So Real, what is actually that thing that God is always teaching you every single day?
Currently, Colossians 4:7. Keep you. And we need to stay deep-rooted in Christ, regardless of the situation. Build our lives on Him and be stronger in faith. So hiyo ndio kitu imekuwa, because also a lot is happening around us,
you know.
So, but then again, at the end of the day, we have to stand firm. We have to focus on God, because at the end of the day, that's why we are here. God ndiye ameamua tukue hapa leo
na atatusustain.
So it's just keeping our focus on Him and building our lives in Him and being stronger in faith. Hiyo ndio imekuwa wadi yenye nimekuwa nikisimama nayo. Yes.
Wow, thank you so much Shira, for coming through.
Yes.
And maybe how can guys reach on social media, get your music, get your new EP, maybe tell us your handles on social media.
Okay. So on all platforms ni Shira So Real. So on Instagram it's Shira_So Real.
Na hii So Real ni so real, like
so
I'm
real.
so real.
Yes. It's a nickname I got when I was kijana. So like on Twitter, Shira at Shira_So Real. Instagram Shira_So Real. Facebook Shira So Real. And on YouTube pia Shira So Real. Yes.
Wow, thank you so much for coming today.
Thank you for
that was
having
really
me.
Awesome. And all the best, by the way,
time.
as you plan also for your new EP and the rest of the year.
Yes.
God bless you.
God bless you.
96.9 FM Pearl Radio.